Hello there, fellow modellers. Steve here. It's been quite a bit since I last did a video. I think it was November after I come back from Telford. Been busy, things on. This is kit review time, and it's this one, which is a Mig 29 Fulcrum, and I'm doing this for Ian Poulton. That's the UK scale modeller. He's Mig group build, which started on the 1st of January, but it runs for 4 months. So there's plenty of time to get them in. And I said, I think it was the last video I did, that I was joining this group build, but I'm going to do it when I've finally got some of my other kits, because I've got a backlog of kits and I don't want to get into more kits and just end up with a pile and say, oh god, I can't finish them. So I've finished a lot of my kits. I've still got about 2 or 3 on the go, but there's plenty of time for us to fit this one in. Now there's quite a few people doing this, and I've watched, I think, at least one update that he's did about who's doing what. I know Martin Lamont over in the snowbound states. Hi there, Martin. He's done 2 so far, I think, and Ian's doing 1. There's a lot of Mig 21s. But I'm going to do this Mig 29. Now I've got this one, which is the 2-seat version, but I'm doing it in Indian Navy markings. Now I've got a few of pictures off the internet of the Indian version. Now the carrier version, I've got a leaflet here on one of my reference. That's the Mig 29K Fulcrum, which is the carrier version. Now I don't think the Russians use them. They use Sukhoi Su-30s and 33s. But the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force use the Mig 29, and the Indian Navy's modified it and they're using it aboard there. I think they've got at least 1 carrier going, which is a former Russian one, and they're launching 2 of their own indigenous built carriers. Quite a formidable carrier on the Indian Navy has. It's a lot better than what we've got at the moment anyway. So that's the Mig 29K. Now basically that's the single seat version. The shape is roughly the same. Now I don't know if the wings are a bit wider because it's got folding wings, but basically the only thing that's different from what I've read is uprated engines, better avionics, and stronger undercarriage for carrier landings. But when you think about it, that all Russian aircraft have very robust undercarriage to start with, to operate from rough fields. So there's not really much in the way of modifications. There'll be an arrestor hook, which I've got one to raid the spares box. Now whether it looks like an Indian Navy carrier aircraft that's neither here nor there, but they are using the 2-seat version. That's over there. I'll put that now. So I've got some ones that I've, and this is the Russian one. As you can see, it has, where's my pointer? I'll just use a paintbrush. As it has the folding wings and the arrestor hook there. And that's probably the Admiral Kuznetsov. Now this one is an Indian Navy one. Obviously the 2 seats, arrestor hook. The undercarriage looks basically the same to look at, but obviously if you get up close and study the mechanics of it, it's obviously a lot stronger. And there's a small one, arrestor hook, Indian Navy. This one is what I'm really going to base it on. Quite a big design. The colour scheme, I think it looks like Air Superiority blue or a very light grey to blend in with the ocean, with a black nose cone, gunmetal engines. All Russian aircraft, for some reason, their wheels are green. I don't know why. I've built a few Russian aircraft and they're all green. Must be something that the Russians like doing, green wheels. Obviously the Indian Navy roundel with Navy there. And this one is the two-seat trainer version, which is the UB. The carrier version is the K, but there isn't much difference to it. There might be a few little aerials, but I'll modify that. But it will basically look like the Indian Navy carrier version. Now I did get another one, which is the Airfix Mig 29, but it's a single seat one, and I was going to do that in another colour scheme. I've got a few colour schemes of a marking set I bought off eBay. There's one that's the Malaysian Air Force, the North Korean Air Force. I'm trying to get away from not doing a Russian aircraft. It's, to be a bit different. There's a lot of people that's doing different countries that operate the MiGs, which is a fair amount really. I was going to do a Syrian Air Force one, but I thought I'll settle for the Navy one, the Indian Navy. So that's that one there. Right, we'll look at it and we'll take a look at the markings, which I'll not be using. It's Russian. I think that's the Czech Air Force. I'll probably use the little stencils there, but apart from that they'll go in the spares box. I've got some Indian Navy markings off a Sea Harrier that's modified, that is the Tigers, the white Tigers, so I'll just make it in that. Right, where are we? This is typical Heller instruction leaflet. It's about A4 size. 2 seats, undercarriage. It's quite a... I don't think there's much detail in the cockpit, but it's the external of the aircraft that I'm going for. And I have to match the colours up with Heller. They normally do a chart that has, I think it's Mig, Heller, whatever. I'll have to have a look at that. And the drop tanks, missiles. Now I don't know what missiles the Indian Navy operate with. I think they're probably it's the modern Russian air-to-air missiles, the Atoll AO2, and they might have moved on a bit. But I think that's still got Indian, Russian, standard Russian arms, missiles and bombs. Now when I got this, some of it, it's the, as you can see I've ticked it there, where it's the undercarriage doors which are missing. There. So I'll have to read the spares box and see if I can modify or take it from the Mig 29 single seat kit I've got. But I'll sort that out anyway. So that's the drop tanks, missiles. I know, judging by the photos, other photos I've seen on the internet, the Indian Navy has 4 hard points. So I'll have to read the spares box to get some more missile launchers. But anyway, and there's the colour schemes for, that's the Russian Air Force, and I thought it was with the Czechoslovak Air Force before they split in two. So I might keep that for another time. But the instruction leaflet's quite good anyway, basic. Right, we'll go under the sprues now. As you can see, it's been ordered off eBay because it's got the bubble wrap round. I'll put this on me knee. There's the canopy. There's obviously a few of the bits that have fell off the sprues that are in there, but the canopy's there anyway, twin seat. From what I've seen, there's no scratches on this, looks okay. There's one sprue with obviously it mates that way rather than sideways, which is a bit better because you don't get the join, or you try and avoid the join. Now that, I don't think the Indian Navy version has that on, so I might modify that, but it'll look like an Indian Navy version anyway. There's one of the seats and the control panel. There's the one with all the armament on. As you can see, you've got 3 different types of missile. The wheels and the missile launcher rails. That's obviously, this is the equivalent of obviously the Sparrow, the Sidewinder, Sparrow, and that one could be an equivalent of a Phoenix missile, possibly. Looks a quite big missile. And obviously that's got no panel lines on at all. The tail planes. It's raised panel lines. I don't know how old this kit is. And there's the drop tanks. And there's the bottom bit of the fuselage, and there's the... What's happened there? Oh, sorry, it's just the fire. There's the cockpit tube. Raised panel lines. And they're very thin, but I think you get 4 sprues plus the glass. And this is the last one with the rear engines there, wings. That's the rudders. Now you can see where one of them is missing there. Control panel, and you get a pilot with his legs chopped off. And there's the engines there. So altogether it's a very nice kit. I'm looking forward to building it. It also gives you the weight to put on the nose. Ah, there's a Hella paint list. Hella Humbrol. Hella Humbrol. But it's an overall light grey or light blue, so it shouldn't be very much. So that's my entry for the Mig group build, and I'll start that probably next week. Now I've finished a few kits. This is a one that's nearly finished. It was for what's he called? Model Art 633. It's Michael. Alright there, Michael. Now I finally nearly finished the Hampton for your RAF group build, which ended in November last year. And there it is. I've got a few more, a window to put in there, some guns, and I've just seen that the fuselage roundels and identity letters are absolutely terrible, so I'll have to modify them with some decal fix to dampen them down a bit more. They just haven't stuck at all. The wing ones went on okay, and so did the tail planes, and even the Popeye motif on the nose. Don't know if you can see it there, but this is the old Airfix kit, and it's showing its age. The flying suitcase, I think they called it, because it was very thin. I'll put some more photos on my Facebook page when it's finished. There's the Bombay as well. So that's that done. I'll show you a couple more kits that I finished recently. This one, which was the old Frog model F4U Corsair, and I did it in the markings of the Royal New Zealand Air Force, and that went together okay for a very old Frog kit. It's probably as old as me. And this is another one. This is a Fujiyama, I think they call it. It's a Spitfire Mark 14, a PR version, based in Malaya in about 1946. And that was an alright kit to make, quite good. 5-bladed prop. What else? Oh, this is the HMS Iron Duke that I'm working on at the moment. I've done it waterline model, but I've just got the grey to paint around the turrets. It's a while since I've made a ship. I'll give you a full review when it's finished anyway. So that's me. What else have I got on? Just one small thing that I'm doing at the moment. It's a Bedford WD 148 scale from Airfix. I'm really enjoying this at the moment. I've never made a... That's a commercial vehicle. It's an RAF version. So that's me done, and that's my review. And I've got loads of other things, little ones. Oh, there's the back of the Bedford covered in. Right, so that's my entry for Ian's group build, and I'll have a look to see what other people are doing, and I'll get that started next week, and I'll put a couple of pictures on my Facebook page when it's coming along. Right, so happy modelling all you guys out there, and gals if there is, and I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully won't be very long. Not the gap when I've left it. I'll have to get some more. I've got some more, I've got a couple of Hornets that I finished last year that I'll put them in. They're on my Facebook page, but it's better to see them there. So, happy modelling. I'll see you guys later. Bye.